start diving into a much bigger aspect. Okay, to me, the two probably the biggest things in web design are divs and spans. To me now, it's just my own personal preference. Um, Divs are it's just basically div is just short for divide. It's you creating these different sections within inside your page itself instead of everything just being I guess flowing together in the way that you've put it. And span is kind of like a link. You know, it's just selecting that one piece of text or one piece of whatever attribute you're wanting to grab, but it's just selecting that, and then you're eligible to you're able to edit whatever you've selected. So divs. Divs are created by the code using div, and how you do this is by creating this right here, div, right there. So, and I put this right after the body and right before the H1. So, right before this H1 right here. And I'm gonna end it right before that. This HR right here, this horizontal rule. So all of this is going to be selected for this one div. Okay. Now, this one div, see, it doesn't have any like characteristics whenever you put it in. It's just selecting all of this. And if you'd like to see that, I'm going to put this border. If you remember, it's just border. This is the HTML version. You can do a style version as well, but sometimes just jotting this down really fast, it's a little bit faster. So it's border and then equal sign, those two quotation marks. It's I'm just gonna put 3 pixels and then it should work. No. Border, yeah, 3 pixels, solid, black. See, I'm so used to doing it with I'm just gonna do it with the style then. That's pretty bad when you've been working with CSS so long you can't even know how to go back to it. So, the border, and then I'm just gonna put a 3 pixel again, and then black, solid. Which there's other things that you could do. I like double as well. It's all good. I don't know why this does not want to do it. Either way, you're gonna be able to see it. So to just go ahead and do this instead of just putting a border. I'm just gonna put color, not color, background color. You should remember how to do that. So background color, and for this, let's just make it let's just make this one white. Let's just go back to normal for this one. And it's still not wanting to do it. Hold on, give me 1 second. Oh my gosh, I feel so idiotic. I wasn't updating my page. Jeez. I thought I was wrong. Okay, so this is the div that we selected. Remember we selected it before the H1 and then right before the horizontal rule. So it's getting all that in it, and then see now we can go back and put in that border so you can see it a little bit better. See, so well, nah, or yeah, I'll just do it. So undecisive. I'll just put in about 3 pixels, solid, and black. Okay. All right. It's pretty hard to see, but I mean, it's just the same. That's why I wanted to put the white. Okay, so let's just go ahead and do this for all of these everything that is separated by the horizontal rules. So let's go in and let's get this right after that horizontal rule. Let's add another div. Okay. So we just added another one right there, and if I find it, right before that other horizontal rule. see, so we put in the end tag to make sure everything is enclosed. And then let's go back up to the start tag, put in another style. No, that's not the correct style. That's for putting in as a link. That's different. Style. There you go. Sometimes it's just kind of hard using an editor because it likes to do those crazy pop-ups. And what should we put for this? This one we're just gonna put a different background color. If I can spell it right. Okay, so but with this, let's put we had white for the other one, so we can use I guess we could just use green. It's kind of be a little vibrant, but it'll work. Okay, so now we have the green for our div. But not only can we set up background colors, we can also set up. Oh wait, look at there. Now you can see the border. We could also set up like font family, just as we set up the font family for like our paragraph and other things. We could also set up the font family and say we want to type not Verdana. Yeah, just go to Times. Alright. And whenever we go to that div, the oh wait, I forgot that's what I'm doing. So whenever we go back to this div, the gosh, the font's gonna be different. So I don't like Times Verdana. Okay. So yeah, then you could change the font family as well. And then after the just keep on adding things to this div. So after like font family, we could also change the font size. And this, I actually added this to the body. I usually add this to the body or the home div, whatever I'm creating almost all of my text in. And you can label it like as large, extra large, or medium, and different characteristics like that. And let's just put large. So whenever we go back, all of our text should be in a much larger view. And you see how even our ordered list changed into a larger view. And Most Scariest Monster changed, but yet our code up here for the coolest kid in the world, our paragraph did not change because it's yet inside this div. Alright, so now just down to the very last div. Okay, let's go in here, type in div, and let's create the end right after that other order list. So, what else should we put in here for this? Where's it? Where I forgot where I put it. There it is, right there. Okay. So let's add another style. Alright, so for this one, let's change the background color. Let's change this one to we could change it to, gosh, I'm trying to think. Let's change it to blue. I like blue a lot. Alright, change that one to blue. We could change the font size to medium. And then we could change the font family to I don't want to use Verdana again because that's what I should go to sans serif. Okay, so whenever we go back, the background should be blue. The font size should go back to medium or go to medium, and then the font family should be different as well. So whenever I update this page, and then voila, it's now finally become different again. But as you can see, the text for this is kind of hard to see. It's not so easily visible as with the white and the green. So let's go back into that div and let's change the color of the text. And how you change the color of the text is you just simply put color, and then you can put white, or you could go and put the hex color. So whenever we go back, our the text for our jellyfish is going to be all white. So now it's much easier to see. So that's a real basic intro to the divs, and they're extremely effective, and they're really awesome to use, especially whenever you're wanting to like separate different things and you're just wanting to create different things. Um, they're really awesome to use. I love divs. It's probably like the best tag of all time. It's awesome. So oh yeah, span. One more last thing before we quit this lesson. We have to go into span. What span is? It's just you selecting this. It's kind of like like I said, it's kind of like the link, but it's you're selecting. That one specific piece of text is almost what I had here. I had scariest. I deleted my text. All right, so wherever we go back. All right, so this is gonna be selected. All right, so scariest is now selected. So now we have to go in and let's change some of the things for the scariest thing that we have. So let's go ahead and put in another style. And then for scariest, let's put, since it's the dramatic word, we could change the color of this now. Let's change it to red. And then we could also change the font family. We could change this one to yeah, let's change it to Arial. So whenever we update our page, see now, ooh, that really stands out too. See, now it's the most scariest monsters. Puts a much greater emphasis on scariest. So, and that's just a little intro into span as well. It's kind of like I said, you can kind of just look at it like a link, but you're not really, you're not doing it like, like a link. You're mainly styling it. So, but see, that's what I want. That's what I want you to do for your page. I want you to go into your editor, and I want you to create those three divs. I want you to create one for your right before your H1, and then right before that horizontal rule, and then another one after the horizontal rule, right after that horizontal rule, and then remember to close them because you don't want to have one that's open. Because if one just stays open, it's going to go over your whole entire page. And so, and then create another one for that very last one, and you can title that. And but with each of the divs, I mean, if you want to change them to whatever you want and you want to use them for your own independence, that's fine. But I do want you to change at least the background color of each of them. And then if you do get a color that the text is kind of hard to read, you can go in and change in that color, change the color out. And how you do that is, remember, you put color, and then you put that the colon, and then you put the color that you want, and then a semicolon to end that piece of code. Remember the syntax of the style. So so add the three colors, and then at least have one span. I mean, we had a span for the scariest right there. We had one, and so I want you to at least have one. You don't have to put it in your heading, but I at least want you to have one, and at least change the color of that as well, and at least the font family. So but we'll keep on learning how to edit more of the stuff that we create in our next lesson. So.